Hey, it's Jim from Cigars, and today I'm smoking the My Father Le Bijou 1922. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about, as you can see, I'm in a really cool location. And in this summer, I decided I'm going to do some of this stuff, is go to some fun spots and smoke, because something occurred to me, and that's that I can remember very, very vividly places where I've had cigars, what cigar I smoked, and where I was at that moment. And I'm kind of curious if you feel that way too. And really odd things pop into my head now and then of places that I was. I was in a parking lot of a Hampton Inn in Bellevue, Washington, and I had a man-of-war ruination hiding behind the cars so I wouldn't get caught smoking there. So I mean, it's stuff like that that I remember, although I have difficulty remembering what I had for lunch yesterday. But anyway, I'm going to get this baby lit up and we will go from there. All right, I'm back and I got a pretty good start on the My Father Le Bijou 1922. And it's interesting, the name for the cigar came from Pepin Garcia, who is the fellow who is the My Father founder and boss. This is 1922 is the birth year of his father, so it was named after that. And Le Bijou, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, it means jewel, the jewel in French. So that's what the name means. This is an interesting wrapper on this cigar too. They refer to it in the promotion as an Oscuro, which is kind of like saying double Oscuro. And Oscuro, for those of you people who aren't familiar with it, because it's not used that much, is a tobacco similar to a Maduro, but quite different in that the tobacco comes from the very top priming of the tobacco plant. They call it the corona, the crown of the tobacco plant. And they leave it on the stalk really long to try to get as much energy put into the leaf, which means it's a pretty strong cigar. I would say this so far has been about a, I don't know, 9 out of 10 in terms of body. So, and then there's a special curing process that goes on in an aging process that makes an Oscuro tobacco something special. So they tend to be very dark. This one isn't as dark as some I've seen, but it's very chocolatey, nice chocolatey color. Very, very attractive cigar. So far, construction good. As I mentioned, it's pretty strong, but it's got really nice flavor too. This cigar has gotten a lot of really good ratings. And to be honest with you, I had a couple of years ago and I wasn't that impressed. But so far, I got to say this is pretty good. But let me get a little bit farther and I'll get back to you. Okay. I think I'm far enough along in this cigar where I can give you the rundown on it. I really like the cigar. I'm telling you, as you know, I've had a couple of bad experiences recently with highly acclaimed top 10 cigars. And I believe this was on that list as well. And this one earns a rating, believe me. Construction is really, really good. It's a little bit windy here and the burn has been a little less than razor sharp, but it still is very good. And the flavor is magnificent. For a bold cigar, it's well balanced with chocolate and a little bit of sweetness too. Really a nice, I'm telling you, this is a nice cigar. And I'm gonna give this one a 9.5 out of 10. And that is a very good rating. Before I go though, I want to talk to you about, I'm out here in nature, this beautiful park, and in the description, if you want to learn more about where I am, I have that in there. But one thing I always do in situations like this is I always bring a portable ashtray. They're like, I think I paid $9 on that for that on Amazon, and also some liquid, bottle of water, or I got a soda with me, to make sure you extinguish your cigar properly. I mean, it's a beautiful setting. We certainly don't want to ruin it by marring it with our cigar ashes or cigar butts or even worse, starting some sort of a fire. So respect the environment, but man, it's fun to get out on these nice days and smoke in a place like this. So I will see you next time from Cigars.